everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. If you've been on the internet for any length of time recently, you've probably noticed K-pop demon hunters. And if you've not, you're probably living under a rock because this TV show has been so popular and trendy recently. It is like absolutely unbelievable. This movie, made by Sony and released on Netflix as an original film, is breaking records because Disney released its newest original, Elio, in box offices earlier this June, and it's had a absolutely tragic flop. But on the other side of the scale, K-pop Demon Hunters is rising to glory and making all-time records. It literally beats BTS and Blackpink on Spotify for most played soundtracks and stuff. So that is actually kind of crazy. But this show is so good. If you've not already watched it, pause the video and go give it a watch. Buy Netflix if you don't have it already. It is worth it. This show is so good. I love it so much. But anyways, I posted lots of K-pop Demon Hunters content in hopes of riding that trend, and it got me so many views. Like literally, my most viewed short had like 25,000 views, but in the past like 24 hours, one of my K-pop Demon Hunter shorts has like 75,000 views. So like that is insane. On a similar note, I decided to draw some of the K-pop Demon Hunters characters in my art style in hopes of riding that trend. So if you want to see me draw the Huntrix characters, Rumi, Mira, and Zoey in my art style, then please stay tuned and stick around. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So basically, we are going to be starting off with Rumi, who is basically like the leader of the Huntrix band. People have described her as the Nepo baby because her mom was a Sunlight sister who was one of the previous 3 hunters before their generation, but she tragically passed away. Rumi looks very normal on the outside, even though she has this amazing purple braid which makes her stand out from the crowd. She is the lead singer, so she has an amazing singing voice, sounds like an angel, very cool, and she's basically the one who pulls everything together. She's very determined, you know. She has goals and she completely intends on reaching them. She doesn't have any time to be lazy or sit around. She's always trying to do stuff, you know, and she's always on it, very action-packed, you know. But I just love her so much. Even though she seems all perfectly put together on the outside, she has a very dark secret that she's hiding from everyone on the inside, because she is a demon hunter, of course. It is her job to protect the world from demons and use her voice and singing harmony with her 2 other band members to bring peace to the world and stop the demons from attacking. But little does anyone know, she herself is actually part demon. Dun 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 dun! Because her mother might have been a hunter, but her father was actually a demon, so she's half hunter and half demon. And you can tell this because she has patterns on her arms, but she is always very conscious and aware, and she wears long sleeves to cover up her patterns, so that is pretty cool. But Rumi is such an amazingly developed character because unlike most characters who are just sort of flat and boring, Rumi struggles with these responsibilities of being a hunter and trying to set the world free from demons, while also being a demon and wondering if like the world can exist with her in it, because she was such a mistake and her whole existence is pretty much a lie. She has to keep this all under control and put up a front, a facade, you know, try to hide beneath everything, because she knows that if her friends realize it, then they will turn on her and betray her, you know. But she's constantly struggling with this huge and insecurity, and holding the weight of pretty much everything on her shoulders. So yeah, it might seem pretty basic because she is the protagonist, but Rumi probably is my favorite character in this whole entire series. I think she's just so relatable with all of her struggles, and she's just such a good protagonist, you know? I've seen her compared to Jinx from Arcane and Elsa from Frozen, because Jinx has a really cool long dyed braid and all that great stuff, and Elsa also has problems with her powers and stuff and trying to keep her identity a secret from her people and all of that great stuff. But Elsa's my favorite Disney princess. Rumi's my favorite character in K-pop Demon Hunters. You can see the parallels there. And yeah, I think she looks pretty cute in my art style. I think she looks like as good as she can get, you know? I hope y'all guys agree. Let me know what you think of my drawing in the comments down below. And yeah, moving on to the next one, we have Mira. And Mira is actually the oldest in the group. I saw a thing where, like, I guess Mira and Rumi are both 24 years old and Zoey is 23 years old, and I'm like, I did not get that vibe at all. I literally thought that they were like teenagers, but I don't know. I'm kind of bad at guessing ages. But anyways, Mira is the choreographer of the group, so she comes up with all the cool dances and stuff, which I guess is pretty cool because when they do their fighting sequences, it is sort of like dance fight style, you know? So I think that's pretty cool and interesting how they have like their battle moves, but in sort of like a more elegant, graceful, dance-like way, you know? Mira is also said to be the black sheep of her family, meaning that she never really fits in with any of her other family members, and she was always sort of an outcast, which is kind of sad, but I can relate to that on like a whole new level, you know? That is exactly how I am too, like literally me, girl. And she's also said to wear a sleeping bag to the Met Gala, so yeah, totally slay queen. Mira is sort of like the strong female character archetype out of all of them. Really, they're all strong female characters because they are all demon hunters, and of course, to be a demon hunter, you have to have some physical capability, you know? But she is definitely the one that gives the most vibes, which is kind of interesting because when you look at her, you don't really think so, because she definitely looks the least of a strong female character, you know? She literally has pink hair, for God's sake. If nothing screams feminine, it is pink, you know? So that's pretty interesting. They're subverting the expectations of the genre, you know? And also because I feel like she has the most girly aesthetic out of anyone, you know? She wears the crop tops and the short skirts, and none of the others do that. They all wear like pants and stuff, but she's wearing that whole girly aesthetic and she has that girly vibe, you know? But she's definitely very tough and intense and all that great stuff. Very brooding and cynical and sarcastic and witty. She always is growling and grunting at the people, especially like the doctor, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's very, very funny, but I think she's very cool, you know? She can be sincere when she needs to. She's a really, really good friend to Rumi. Even when Zoey doesn't really realize it, Mira can tell that something's wrong with Rumi, and she's like, what's going on, you know? Like, if you need someone to talk, I'm here for you. I'm your friend, you know? So I think that's really, really nice. Just knowing that she's there for her friend as support and encouragement if she needs it. And yeah, you can tell that she and Rumi have a really, really deep connection and friendship bond, because when she realizes that Rumi is actually a demon, you can just see like an immediate shift on her face, you know, with her expression changing. One of the things that made this show like rise in popularity was the amazing creative approach that they took for the animation and the expressions and stuff. It's a really nice blend of like traditional Asian styles like anime and manga with the more newer, more modern American styles, you know, which makes it look super duper nice and visually appealing. And they did take a more bold approach on character expressions, which I really, really appreciate, because, you know, a lot of things in the modern day and age, like, they want all their characters to look absolutely seamless and perfect and beautiful in every frame and shot, but, you know, the reality of expressions is if something happens and you're in a state of like weakness or vulnerability, you know, you're not always going to look your best. So I feel like having the expressions be all chaotic and crazy like this is part of what makes it so appealing, you know? So yeah, but you can definitely see the shift on her. I think she's a really cool character, and I love drawing her in my art style. One of the things that I did want to mention in this video at some point or another was the fact that I was drawing these, right? And I had the amazing idea to like draw them all at once. Usually I draw one picture, so I would draw like Rumi, and then I would draw Mira, and then I would draw Zoey. But for this one, I just had this amazing idea. I would draw all of them at the same exact time. So I drew the sketches for all three, the line art for all three, the base colors for all three, and then the rendering for all three. Like I did Rumi, Mira, Zoey, Rumi, Mira, Zoey, Rumi, Mira, Zoey, Rumi, Mira, Zoey, instead of doing like Rumi, 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 Mira, 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 Zoey, 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 you know? I did it like each step of the process individually, you know? And then I put them all together at the end, but I think that was a horrible mistake because my iPad, man, Apple tries to scam you to get to buy new products by making the old ones obsolete, because my iPad has like 0% storage. It only has 60 gigabytes and my phone has like 120 gigabytes. So my iPad had like 0 storage left, and it was like, warning, you are running out of storage. Your storage is going to be gone soon. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll try to get some storage later on. But my iPad literally like shut down because there was no storage left. And when I turned it back on, I lost all 3 of these pictures. So I had to draw them all over again. And I'm like, oh my freaking God. I almost lost my mind. Like, it made me so mad, especially because my family trip for Chicago was planned like 2 days later, so I had to rush to get these done before going to Chicago. But I was like, I swear, it was terrible. So if you're an artist out there in the wild watching this video, please, for heaven's sake, like back up your files or make sure that you have enough storage on whatever you use to draw, whether that be like an iPad or a computer, or if you're a traditional artist and you don't have to rely on internet and technology to work to draw and you can just draw on paper, then like props to you, you know. But yeah, I literally almost had a heart attack because I almost lost all of my files because I had no storage and my iPad literally, for lack of better words, crashed out. So yeah, but anyways, let's move on to the last character that I have for this video, and that character is Zoey. Zoey is the youngest of the group, as I said earlier, and she is also the lyricist, so she comes up with all the amazing lyrics for the songs and stuff, and the vocals and all that great stuff. And she is also like the rapper, I guess, so she does the fast-paced rapping sections of the songs. And I think for the Saja boys, it's Baby Saja who does the rapping, and I honestly kind of like Baby Saja's raps better than Zoey's, but let me know down below, do you like Zoey's raps more or do you like Baby Saja's raps more? I think the difference is that Baby Saja goes a little bit slower and he's a little bit more like purposeful and intentional with his wording and his rhymes and stuff, and Zoey is just a lot more high-paced. But let me know what you think down below. But anyways, Zoey is a little bit different because she grew up in America, and I've seen some fan theories where I think she probably grew up in America because her parents got divorced and she had one American parent and one Korean parent. But once she grew up, she did move back to Korea, and that is when she joined the Huntrix. So yeah, I think she joined the Huntrix when she was like 17 or 18 years old, which is like very young. But yeah, she rose to fame very quickly, and I just think she's so cute and adorable. She's super duper innocent and wholesome, but at the same time she's like an absolute chaos child and little devilish gremlin, you know. So yeah, she is very cute, and I love her so much. And yeah, if you've seen the K-pop Demon Hunters, then leave your thoughts for ships down below, because, you know, Rumi is the only one who has like an actual ship, and she's shipped with Jinu, and the other two have sort of like options, I guess. Like, the options for Mira are Abby and romance, and the options for Zoey are baby and mystery. Comment down below which one you think they would go better with. So I think that Mira would go better with romance, and I think that Zoey would go better with baby Saja. But if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, anyways, I just love Zoey's appearance so much. She has these really cute space buns and all that great stuff. And I really liked her colors, how it had like the blue and the yellow. Looks very nice together. And she's actually the only one who doesn't have dyed hair, which I find kind of sad, because I love having the dyed hair, you know, getting to draw all the amazing colors and stuff that you wouldn't draw normally. But in my picture, I just sort of casually made her have dye hair. I made her hair a little bit more blue toned, sort of like Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug, you know, giving that sort of vibe. But yeah, I thought her outfit was really cool. I liked the little lotus flower she had on her chest. Looks very nice, and all of that great stuff. And yeah, but anyways, which of the Huntrix characters is your favorite? Which one do you think I drew the best in my cute cartoony art style? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. And I think that I'm going to be drawing the Saja boys soon, because I just love all of their character designs, and I would love to see how they look in my art style. So if you want to see the Saja boys in SydLovesToDraw's art style, then please stay tuned and stick around for that. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe for more, because it always means so much to me, and I would really appreciate it. It also helps you, because if you do indeed enjoy watching my videos, then you will get an instant notification every single time that I post a new one, and you will never miss out on a single new video. I, unlike most other YouTubers, post videos multiple times every single week, and I post shorts multiple times every single day, so no matter what, I can almost guarantee you that you always have something fun and interesting to watch, and you will never be bored. But yeah, if you want to take your support from me a step further, then please go click the links in the description box down below. Those will take you to my other social media accounts, like my Instagram account, Pinterest account, Roblox account, and all that great stuff. If you are more of a foodie, and if that is more up your alley, then go click my Instagram Grubs account, where I post all of my amazing food pics. And yeah, anyways, I hope y'all guys all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye. Eat more waffles, and peace out, Girl Scout.